Hello everyone, welcome to Pinbloop.com. My name is Jeff. Over the past several weeks, we've been getting countless requests for training videos from our new users to help them get started with our punch list application. Therefore, in this video, we will cover the basic features and functions for our web, tablet, and phone applications. Whether you use this video for personal use or for your office training, the content should provide users with the basic knowledge and understanding needed to use the application's features. We hope that you will leave today excited about conducting or participating in your next punch list using Pinbloop. First, let's start with helping you find the right subscription. There are a few different types of subscriptions. The first subscription type is professional, which is a paid subscription. This is $100 per user per year. This paid subscription allows users to create projects, manage them, invite participants, accept invitations to other projects, conduct punch lists, and generate filtered reports. This subscription type is necessary if you are to participate in a project as any of the following key roles. These include owner, architect, engineer, consultant, or contractor. The second subscription type is subcontractor, which is a free subscription. However, this subscription type is specific for users who will most likely participate in projects as subcontractors. Drywall sub, painting sub, flooring sub, electrical sub, mechanical sub are just some examples of these users. With the free subcontractor subscription, you will only have access to the projects you are invited to participate in and to only view the items assigned to you. You will not be able to create any content. For now, we will continue as a paid subscriber. Once you have signed up for your paid subscription, the first thing you want to do is to sign in to your Pinbloop.com account. Go to Pinbloop.com. Click on the sign in button at the top right of your screen. Then, when prompted, enter your email address and your password. Once you have successfully logged in, you will be taken to the My Projects page. If you have any projects that you're a participant in, or if you've created any projects yourself, you will see them here. If not, that's okay. You will be able to create a new project just by clicking the Start New Project button at the top left of your screen. For the purpose of this video, we are going to start a new project. First, let's click on the Start New Project button at the top left of your screen. Next, enter your project name. Next, enter your project role. Next, enter your project address. Finally, you'll be prompted to upload your plans. Here, you can upload several single-page PDFs. Each PDF will have to be uploaded individually. Pinbloop restricts users from dragging and dropping multi-page PDFs, so it's important to separate only the files you need for your project. However, if necessary, you can skip this step and upload your drawings later. Once you have uploaded your drawings or have skipped this step, your project will be created and you'll be taken to the Project Details page. But for now, let's continue by starting a sub-project to the project we've just created. Before we start a sub-project, some of you may ask, what is a sub-project? Some examples of sub-projects include preliminary punch list, field observations, above ceiling inspections, phase construction, assessments, and multi-story buildings, just to name a few. No matter how you use them, sub-projects will make your main project easier to manage, no matter the stage of construction. Let's get started. Click on the project number to the left of our main project. This will unlock the Start Sub-Project button at the top of your screen. Click on the Start Sub-Project button. First, we will start a sub-project and call it Arc Field Observation. We will then verify the address and upload our plans. Once we complete these few steps, our sub-project will become active. To view our newly created sub-project, click on the plus symbol to the right of our main project. You will now see the sub-project Arc Field Observation. We will now repeat these steps to create our next two sub-projects. As you can see, all of these sub-projects are now attached to our main project that we previously created. Now that we are complete with our project and sub-project creation, we can go back to our project details page. From the My Projects page, click on the View Text link on the right under Actions. Let's click on View for the Arc Field Observation project. Your project details page is the main hub for your project. Here, you'll be able to manage your project. You will see three main tabs. The first is Project Participants. This indicates the participants within your project. The second is Project Plans. This indicates the plans that have been uploaded into your project. The third is Project Reports. This indicates the reports that have been generated by you and others in your company. When selected, each of these tabs unlocks a specific function, indicated with a button on the right of your screen. When the Project Participants tab is selected, there's an Add New Member button on the right of your screen, which becomes active. When the Project Plan tab is selected, there is an Upload a New Plan button on the right of your screen, which becomes active. When the Project Reports tab is selected, there's a Generate Report button on the right of your screen, which becomes active. First, let's click on our Project Participants tab, and let's add a few participants to our project. Click on the Add New Member button to the right of your screen. Now, let's fill in the fields provided. If you wish to add more than one participant, you can click on the Add Another Participant text just below the company field. Once all of the fields are complete, you can either choose to invite the participant to your project, or you can choose to store their contact information. This depends on whether or not the Invite checkbox is selected. If the box is left unchecked, then the participant information is only stored for the issuance of project reports. If the box is checked, then the participant will receive an email to participate in your project as the role you have selected for them. Once they click on the link emailed to them, they will now have access to your project and can begin to contribute to it. When finished, click on Save and Close. The added participants will now be indicated on the participants list under the Project Participants tab. Now let's click on our Project Plans tab and upload a new plan to our project. Click on the Upload a New Plan button to the right of our screen. Here, you can provide a custom plan name and select which type of drawing is being uploaded. Remember, single-page PDFs only. Also, make sure your PDF files are flattened and do not contain any embedded layers. Otherwise, you may receive an error. Next, either drag and drop your plan into the field provided, or just click on the field to open your computer's file directory. Select the plan you wish to upload and click Upload Plan. the added plan will show up in the Plans list under the Project Plans tab. Available actions include Open, which allows you to view the plan, Edit, which allows you to rename the plan and change the drawing type, and finally, Remove, which is only available until a user contributes to it. Once a user has contributed to a plan, such as placing a pin, the Remove action is no longer available. Before we go to the third tab, Project Reports, let's go ahead and open our punch list and manage a few pins through the web application. For the purpose of this demonstration, I've already added a few pins as different key role users using our tablet application. To open our punch list, let's click on Open Punch List at the top right of our screen. You can also open the punch list by clicking on the project name from the My Project screen. Once opened, your drawing plan will be displayed, and your pin list will be on the left. To switch between plans, just click on the drop-down chevron at the top right of your screen, where the current plan name is listed. For pin filtering options, click on any of the drop-down chevrons on the filter header just above the plan. These filter options include Status, Role, Responsible Party, and Space. Filtering by status allows a user to filter the pins based on their current status: Open, Ready to Verify, Complete, and Alerts. Filtering by role allows a user to filter the pins based on the role/user with which they were created. So, for example, we can view the pins created by the architect filtered by his name. Filtering by responsible party allows a user to filter the pins based on the party that has been assigned responsible. For example, we can view the pins that the electrical sub is responsible for. Filtering by space allows a user to filter the pins in a particular space. Users can set multiple filters at once. To reset filters, click on the Reset Filters button at the top right. Next, let's look at our pin list on the left. Here, you will see the list is broken out into 3 columns: pin number, space, and description. You can sort these columns by clicking on the up-down sort arrows next to the text in the header. Let's open one of our pins to view the details. Click on one of the pin numbers on the left. This will locate and display the pin location on the right of your screen, and you will open the pin detail screen on the left. The pin list will continue to be displayed. Once opened, you can view the details of the pin. This includes pin status, change status options, responsible parties, space, value, description, a photo of the item, and full pin history. You will also see options such as Add Photo from Computer and Delete Pin. Let's start with pin status. At the top right of our pin details, the current pin status will be displayed. In this example, the status is Open. This means that the item is not yet ready to be verified, nor is it complete. It is an open item. To update or change the pin status, click on the Mark Ready button at the top left. This will update the status to Ready to Verify. Ready to Verify status indicates that the item is ready to be verified by the appropriate role participant who can review, approve, and mark the item as complete. Once the status is changed to Ready to Verify, our options for pin status are updated. You will also see the pin color change. On the top left, the new status options are Reopen and Mark Complete. It is important to know that there are specific permissions built into the application that will turn on or off depending on the project participant's key role. An example is, if an architect and contractor are participating in the same project, the contractor will only be able to mark items ready to verify or reopen an item. Other key role participants in the same project, such as owner, architect, engineer, or consultant, will be able to mark items complete. However, if any key role is participating in their own project, such as a contractor, meaning no other key roles are participating, such as owner, architect, engineer, consultant, then that key role participant will have all permissions open to them. An example is, if a contractor is conducting their own internal punch list and the only other participants are his subs, then the contractor has full permissions to manage his project without being restricted. To add a responsible party to an item, click in the field provided and begin typing the name of the company responsible for addressing the item. A list of names should auto-populate in a list for you to choose from, but only if they were previously added to the project. If not, you can go back to your project details page and add them by clicking on the Add New Member button. Once you add them, you will be able to assign them to items on both the web and tablet applications. To edit space, click in the field provided and begin typing the name or number of the space where the item is located. A list of spaces should auto-populate in a list for you to choose from. This list will grow as you continue to add spaces while conducting your punch list. To edit value, click in the field provided and begin typing the value or cost of the deficient item. To edit description, click in the field provided. A separate pin description screen will appear, and its layout will be identical to that which is on the tablet application when conducting your punch list in the field. At the top right, verify that the library you wish to use is selected. You can change the library by clicking on the drop-down chevron and selecting from the available list. We will touch on custom libraries later in a separate video, but for now, let's continue. There are a few different ways of adding or editing a pin description. The first is to select an item in each column which best describes the item you wish to pin. Select Category, then Subcategory, then Action, and finally a description. You will notice that the description that you selected will autofill in the gray text field at the bottom right of the screen. The second way to edit or add a description is to select one of the top 5 used pins from the list at the bottom left of the screen. These descriptions are constantly being updated depending on their use in the field. As an item continues to be used over and over, it moves further up this list. Again, if one of these is selected, you will notice that the description will autofill in the gray text field at the bottom right of the screen. The third way to edit or add a description is just to click in the gray text field and begin typing your custom description. Once you have completed editing your description, click Finish. You will see that your description was updated. Before we finish with the pin details, let's go over the two options, Add Photo from Computer and Delete Pin. To add a photo from your computer, just click on the Add Photo from Computer text to open your computer's file directory. Once open, find the photo you wish to add. Then verify the image preview and click Submit. Your photo will now be added to that item. To delete a pin, there are a few things to be aware of. The first is that you must be the original creator or author of the pin. Second is that no other participant has contributed to the pin, meaning another person has not yet added to the editable fields in the pin details. As long as those two things haven't yet happened, the pin can be deleted. This protects all of the participants from manipulation, which could have adverse effects and create tension between users if there is a dispute. Finally, if you are finished reviewing or editing the pin details, just click on the plan or select another pin number from the pins list on the left. For now, let's continue to our third tab, Project Reports, located on our Project Details page. Click on the project name at the top of your screen. Now that we've covered the first two tabs, let's click on our Project Reports tab and generate a report. For the purpose of this demonstration, I've already added a few pins using our tablet application so that we can complete our reporting process. Don't worry, we'll be getting to the tablet application shortly. First, let's click on the Generate Report button to the right of our screen. Next, we'll be prompted to select which type of report we wish to create. Batch report or single report. What's the difference? An example of batch reports is when the general contractor needs to issue reports to multiple subcontractors. The system, when generating batch reports, will do this automatically. So each subcontractor who is listed as a responsible party to an item will see only the items they are responsible for in the report. An example of single reports is when an architect issues a single, all-inclusive report to a general contractor or owner or both. Once again, the system will do this automatically. For our example, we're going to create a single report. So, click on the Single Report checkbox and click Next. You will now be prompted to select which participants will receive the report we wish to generate. Select the participants and click Next. You will now be taken to the Single Report Generator page with advanced filter options. Here, you can control which information you wish to be generated on the report using the different filter options available. On the upper left of your screen, you will see multiple checkboxes. These will be checked by default. These boxes represent the information in the vertical column shown in the report preview below. As you uncheck the different boxes, the vertical columns will collapse, which indicates that the unchecked information will be removed from your report. To add the information back to the report, simply recheck the boxes. Advanced filtering options are also available. These are a little more specific and allow us to really tailor our reports. To use these options, simply use the drop-down chevron to activate them. Some of these options will require manual entry, such as creation date and pin range. The others will be selections made by simply clicking the different options from the drop-down. If it's a numbers game for you, then the Show Report Pin Count, the Show Report Value, and the Added Outside Cost field are options as well. Added Outside Cost fields come in handy when a report, which was generated outside of Pinbloop, has a cost associated with it, but which needs to be included with your report. All you have to do is just plug in the value in the field provided, and the system will add that value to the report we will generate. This information will be included on the first page of your report. Once we've filtered our report, let's look at our project alerts indicated at the top of our screen. What are project alerts? Project alerts are the little red triangles we sometimes see in our project's list and pin details. Depending on your role, the alerts will indicate that a value or responsible party has yet to be assigned to a pin. For example, an architect will see alerts, when filtered, for pins which have not been assigned a cost. Another example, a contractor will see alerts, when filtered, for pins which have not been assigned to a responsible party. So, alerts can be viewed as friendly reminders for users. They will not restrict the user at any point. Let's first see if there are any alerts for us to view. The number of alerts will be indicated next to the Project Alerts text at the top right of our screen. Since we have a few, click on Alerts button and let's view the items with alerts. By clicking on the Alerts button, the system will take us to the project plans and will indicate which pins needs to be addressed. These alert pins will be indicated in red. Simply click on the pin number on the left of the screen to open the pin's details. Then, fill in the information field that is indicated with the alert symbol, which is the red triangle. Once the information is complete, hit the Enter button on your keyboard. The pin will no longer have the alert, will change color, and will disappear from the plan. Once all of the alert pins are complete, click on the Resume Report button at the top right of your screen. You will now be taken back to the Single Report Generator page. Remember, alerts can be viewed as friendly reminders for users. They will not restrict the user at any point. So, a user does not have to address the alerts, as we just did, before generating a report. Since we've just finished addressing the alerts, let's go ahead and click Next. Now that our report has been filtered, we will now be presented with a few options for our report cover sheet. As you can see, we have two options. With the first option, we can use the cover sheet generator provided by the system. With the second option, either drag and drop your cover sheet into the field provided, or just click on the field to open your computer's file directory. Either way, you can upload a cover sheet that is a multi-page PDF. For our example, we will use the cover sheet generator. Click on the cover sheet generator button at the top of the screen. On this next page, you will see that the system has already formatted a cover sheet for you. This saves the user time and effort of creating a cover sheet using other programs. Here, your company logo will be displayed at the top left of your cover sheet. Also, your company details will be displayed at the top right of your cover sheet. Date, receiving party, and project details are also included here on the cover sheet. You will also notice that there are two editable fields available to the users. The first is the field on the top right, which has the pre-filled text punch list. To change this text, simply click in the field and replace the text. The second is the field which is the body of our cover sheet. Here you will simply click in the field and start typing the information which is to be presented to all recipients of the report. Introductions and salutations are already preset for you. To preview each cover sheet, which will be sent to the recipients, click on the Preview Cover button at the top right of your screen. The system will generate a preview of each recipient's cover sheet, which you can review. Once finished, just close the window and return to the cover sheet generator. If you are finished, click Next. Our report is now ready to be issued. There are a few things which we can do prior to clicking on the Issue Reports button. Under Actions, we can view a preview of our report just by clicking on View. We can also remove a recipient from the reports list just by clicking on Remove. And lastly, we can see the pin count and report value at the top of our screen. Now that we are ready, let's click Issue Reports. The system will now generate the reports and will issue them to the recipients through a downloadable link sent to their email. You will now be taken back to the Project Reports tab in your Project Details page. After a few seconds, refresh the page. This will allow the report to show up in your reports list. Under Actions, you can open, remove, or download your report. For this example, here is a report after it's generated. You can see that it has the cover letter, it has the items in the reports, and it also has a copy of the plans where each item was added. And this concludes the basic features and functions of the Pinbloop web application. Be sure to continue by watching our tablet and phone application videos. You can find them on our website at www.pinbloop.com. This is Jeff. Thanks for watching.